Hey, greetings, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. So today we're going to talk about acting, the career, the passion, the goal, the desire, the lust to be in front of the television screen. Yeah, I was that person. I was there. I've been there, done that, and since moved on. My first time assistant directing for ChicagoFire, I think I made $300 was my check. FoxEmpire is a continuation of Hustle and Flow, you know, where they take the concept of D, which is Terrence Howard. So he got paid like $6,000 in Hustle and Flow, and I got paid about 150 in Chicago Fire for the episodes that I did. You know what I mean? It was rough. It was tough, man. You know what I mean? Being the first, coming straight out of the streets into the fucking middle of fucking Hollywoodville, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? I wasn't just gonna stand there all fucking day. I got things to do. I was like, yeah, how much am I getting paid now? You got me to sit where? Because they had you sit at a place called a holding cell. If you're not out there on the screen acting or interacting out there, or you're not needed, they'll have you sit in a holding cell, and your holding cell, you'll have your mobile device or snacks that they'll bring you, a bunch of fucking sweets, totes full, grab whatever you want. While the main actors, they get a real fucking food, smoothies, fucking the whole chef fucking pamperness. While you're over there just sitting there waiting for some Domino's pizza to arrive and some sweets with canned soda. You know what I'm saying? So while you're sitting there in the holding cell, you're gonna be there, and you be there for a few hours, but you'll only get paid for the time that you're actually working on screen. So most of that time that you're sitting there in the holding cell waiting to be on television is all dead time, and it don't count for not a damn thing. And the only time it really counts is when you're on the television set and the fucking and the rolling film. You know what I mean? That's where every second counts. Now another thing too is everybody thinks they get paid high dollars, and not a majority of these people only get paid $1,000 for for talking. Whatever, $1,000 per sentence. So if they have a lot of sentences, you can just count that up: 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. For the vocabulary, but a majority of them are just sitting there in the background looking pretty and just making it look more lively to bring forth whatever kind of world that they're presenting to bring in this television show or series. I successfully did my Chicago Fire and Fox Empire and Marvel Black Panther. When they first came out, they contacted me for the travel attribute of what travel people wear, because they had lost that touch with their culture, and they need the heritage. And they had asked me for advice through email and whatever. So I sent them a bunch of pictures of myself, wearing my travel stuff, and it was like, it looks like this. And from there they went down to Wakanda Forever, and then next was Venom, and they want to be some kind of nerdy scientist. I'm like, dude, I'm alright on that, you know what I mean? Give me something better than that. And so I turned down. I was like, no, I want none, I want none, no. If it's not what I want, then I'm not going to do it. And that's where that's at. And then a few other Marvel movies and, television series and this, that, and the other, but I've just been turning down everything because the money's not there, I'm not trying to get paid $100, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get paid $1,000 a line. I'm up and above and beyond that. That's just chump change. I mean, that's just what it took for me to travel to get there, to be there in the first place, and this is not even additional. Okay. So no, I'm not signed to any agency yet. I have been on television, and the pay is not great, and it's not good, and you're better off working as a waitress, bussing, making whatever you're bringing home, than trying to rely on the film and print industry to be your substantial one source net income. Basically, what I'm saying. So, if you still have aspirations and dreams and motivation of being a television star, movie star, just prepare for the disappointments that you're going to face along the way. And, if you're truly passionate about it, then yeah, you'll be going through the bad, the ugly, before you even get to the good. And it might not even be years. You might just be there just much more like a product just sitting on a shelf. But you're just sitting in that holding cell, isolated with a bunch of other people that's there, but everybody's just focused on one thing, getting out there in front of the television screen, so they ain't really chit-chatting, trying to become friends. You might exchange phone numbers for illicit affairs outside of being there initially, and that is to uh, portray the individual for the scene that they would like for you to depict inside of whatever television series that you agree to upon black and white data documentation. And then when you're an asshole, become an actor, you also will have a different what's it called? Income. Mine's been taken from me for so many years that I don't even know the proper word terminology to tell you about when you get back your income taxes, because the government's been that sleazy. So there is an issue with them, and that relies on them, and they're guilty, and there is no innocence, and the innocence that there is myself or the government. There is no innocence. They're guilty. They're wickedly guilty, and that's purposeful intent, which is premeditated. So that's the route we're gonna go eventually. As you witness, as yourself, for those who've been keeping track with me through my television, through my music, which is why you see me no longer doing any music no more. If they restrict my traveling, then how in the hell am I going to travel? And if I'm going to travel, then I want to travel by myself or with those that I appoint, not government, fucking people, not the police, not the FBI, not them portraying to be fucking Ubers or fucking this, that, and the other motherfucker. So, with that being said, pursue your dreams and your happiness will follow. So, and with that being said, never give up on your aspirations of becoming more than what the product of the environment and what they want you to be, because you're not. You're your own individual. You got your own dreams, your own aspirations, afar from what the government would like for you to be in their books. But when it comes down to it, they will abandon you, much like a guy or a man won't protect you who never had a father figure. That's that fight or flight, and they're on the flight, and they have been. And everybody associated with them is all racketeering. For they're all facing the same charges, same laws that apply here for the Department of Motor Transportation applies over there, wherever continent, country you live at. If you got a Department of Motor vehicle in your city, in your state, well, guess what? They're guilty of car insurance fraud, fraudulent activity, and also racketeering, fleeing and abetting, fleeing and looting, aiding and abetting, to name a few things. Money laundering is another thing. falsifying information, insurance fraud is where we're at now. So, with all this evidence stacked up against them, yeah, the government is shut down. But I'm personally going to shut the government down. I don't want to see a sign saying government shut down. When I have them apprehended, the way how they like it, either hard or easy, warm or cold, because I'm coming. I'm coming for you stealing my time. Time stealing is another charge. This is what the United States American government faces, and any king, queen, any empire, those that abide by the United States America's policy, those that are part of democracy, they're all equally guilty too. So this is what happens when the government wants to become part of a TV show in which they just can't sit back and be entertained and watch. I'm not a bad egg by any far. I know my social security number. The United States American government doesn't. So they're guilty on that too. And that ties the world together. That's why I say I am the U.S. emblem of America. Because you're looking at the only free person in the world. That's documented. So, stay blessed. And continue following your career. And whatever it is that you choose to do in life. And I'll see you when I see you.